Welcome everyone. This is your October monthly. I'm starting at the back of the signs with fire signs. We just finished Aries, so now we're going to do Leo. I'm going to pull some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck first, and then I'm going to pull 5 cards, one for each week of the month from the Tarot deck, Light Seers Tarot deck. And then finally I'll also pull a romance card for the month. If you can see me, hi. I wanted to focus more on the cards. Give me a thumbs up if you end up liking the video. Try to stay to the very end because I always do the 5 to 10 minutes of Reiki healing at the very end to really connect your energy and help all your chakras run smoothly for the month. And down below there is a place at northernlights.one. It'll list it from my website, and you can go there if you would like a private reading, which I do schedule. It'll give you my phone number, and it'll talk about the different readings that I have to offer. It's also a place for donations of love. If anyone would like to care to donate, feel free. I'd be grateful, and I hope you enjoy your monthly reading, Leo. Let's get started. So first, I'm going to shuffle the cards for the Wisdom Oracle. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Wisdom Oracle. Kind of as general signifiers for the month, right? I'm going to give us a start before we get into the tarot. The meat and potatoes. This is just the appetizer here. Let's see what they say. They don't want to shuffle for me today, which is interesting. Had no problem before with Sag, so let's see what's up. With Leo. With Aries, I'm having trouble. Leo, let's see. This is an interesting month. We have the full moon today, which is in Aries. So remember, you have the ability to react or not react to that negative energy that's out there, right? You always have free will. This is just energy. So your free will, you can choose love. You can send to put your love out there in the universe. If we all do that, it'll be a better place. That's for sure. Today is the full moon, and then on the 13th, we go into Mercury retrograde. Remember, Mercury retrograde is all about communication, right? It's all the things we're putting out there. Look at all these mail-in ballots we're putting out there. They're all going to go fine. They could be a little slower than we planned, but they're all going to be fine. But this is just a reminder with Mercury retrograde to get out and vote. Plan your vote, right? That's what they're saying. Plan your vote this year, whether you're planning on voting early in some states, whether you're planning on voting by mail ballots, which will be fine, or whether you're planning on going the day of the election day. Just make sure you get out there and vote. It's one of the most important elections this year, okay? All right, let's start and see what we get. I'll pull all the cards, and then I don't read oracles upside down, and then I'll have a chance to talk to you after I pull all the cards, okay? This is the Light Seers deck, which I really like, by Chris Ann. Great tarot deck. I love the pictures. I really connect with them. I hope you do too. I'm going to pull 1 card for each day of the month. Okay, now let's see what we get here. All right, so for the very first oracle card, you have fork in the road. So this month is definitely a decision-making month for you, right? Look at the 2 arrows. He's come up to the point where now he has to make a decision. Which direction is he going to go in? Which direction? So this may be the card that really identifies or kind of signifies your month, right? Moving ahead, the whole month of October. Maybe you've decided to leave a job or start a new career. Maybe you're finishing school. There's a fork in the road. Which direction are you going to take now? There's 3 different directions here on this signpost. Remember, there is no bad way to go. Okay, you don't have to be worried that if you take a path and it's the wrong path. No, if you take a path and you don't like it, you have free will. Turn around, come back, take a different path. Okay, so even though there's a fork in the road, you don't have to make it all about the wrong or the right decision. It's simply a decision. Make a decision this month, take it. If you don't like it, come back, take a different one. Okay? Time for a nap. So this card comes up when it's time for some self-care. So you obviously, Leo, you're very giving, you're very caring and nurturing person, but this card comes up when you've done too much for everybody, right? And you haven't taken the time for yourself. So really take some time for yourself this month. It's coming up to remind you, self-care, self-care, self-care. Maybe you wanted to start a new walking habit. Maybe you wanted to start a new exercise plan. Maybe you wanted to lose some weight, or maybe you wanted to gain some weight. This is a time for self-nurturing and taking care of you, along with all the other people that you take care of. You're important as well. Deep knowing. Look at the wise owl in this picture, right? He's between the sun and the moon. The number 43, I've been told by the angels to say out loud. That's the number 7, which is sometimes the card of indecision, but it may have significance to you, the number 43. So the owl knows which way he's supposed to go, and so do you, right? Or right back to this card of which way do I go? What decision do I make? You know, you just have to pay attention. The card I drew for the romance angels was heart-to-heart conversations. So if you're in the middle of a romance, you're in the middle of, this could just be talking heart-to-heart with not just a loved one. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. It could be somebody at work. But it's time to have that discussion. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, okay? He in this picture, the gentleman, or the other person in this picture, if you're representing yourself as the female in this picture, the other person doesn't seem that interested in talking, okay? But the point is you need to have a heart-to-heart about something that's important, okay? Maybe it is about this fork in the road. Maybe it is about your future and which direction you need to go in, right? Maybe it's that you know something about this person and they need to know something as well. So it's time to have that deep conversation. Either way, it's time for this heart-to-heart conversation in the month of October, okay? Remember, we talked about it. Mercury retrograde is coming up on the 13th. That tends to make communication a little bit tougher. It's with us until the 3rd of November. And what is the 3rd of November? It's election day. So it's an important time to get your feelings out there, to get all your thoughts out there and known. 7 of Pentacles is the first week. That's the week we're in right now. 7 of Pentacles upright. This is what it looks like. It's usually somebody who's nurturing, right? His abundance. Pentacles are abundance, so it could be abundance in health, could be abundance in wealth, it could be abundance in relationships. He doesn't know what's happening down here below. He knows he's taking care of up here, right? Watering, nurturing, sunlight, giving it love, but he doesn't know all his pentacles down here below are building, right? And 7s can sometimes mean that. When it's upside down, illusion and delusion card. There are things that are standing in your way of getting to where you want to go. Maybe getting into your way to making that final decision that we got on the very first card. Maybe it's getting in the way of you knowing what's happening, or this person allowing you to have a talk with them on a heart-to-heart conversation. But there's something that's definitely getting in your way this first week. So maybe a little bit of a bumpy ride. You can do it. You have free will. These cards just put the energy out there for you. They don't make the decisions. You always have free will to make your own decisions, okay? The second week is the 8 of Cups. Normally, this is what the 8 of Cups looks like. It's a card of walking away from a situation. Cups are always about emotion, so walking away from something emotional. Maybe that's part of this heart-to-heart conversation that you're having, right? It's that you both decided it's time to separate. Maybe it's walking away from a job, starting something new. Okay, fork in the road. Where do I go? Which direction? She's decided in this picture to walk away from the last of the cups. The water around it is very smooth and very clear. This could either be a sunrise or a sunset. I tend to see it as a sunrise, walking towards the big possibility of new beginnings. And that's what it sounds like most of your cards are leading you towards, right? Is a new beginning of some kind this second week. So you may be nurturing it this week. Maybe you're going on job interviews. Maybe you're making a decision or having that relationship, that heart-to-heart, and here it is, you walking away and making that decision, or walking away from a job and putting in your notice. It could be any number of things. It's emotional, though. You're attached to it, okay? So when it's upside down, that just tells me it's a little bit of a bumpier ride. It may be, the decision may not be as easy. It looks like here she's very carefree and walking away. It's not going to be an easy decision for you. Okay, this fork in the road may be a lot tougher than what you think it's going to be. And so you're up against it in the second week. You're trying to make that decision, and you're talking to everybody you know to try to get some input. Third week is the Temperance card. I love this card. He's not juggling the sun and the earth, you see in his hands, but he's got his hand on them as if he's weighing them both. The Temperance card is all about taking your time. So maybe this decision, all the cards that have been showing so far, this decision that you have to make, maybe it's not specifically, I'll lower this so you can see. Remember we had the card of the fork in the road and time to take a nap, heart-to-heart conversations, nurturing what you can nurture, right? Making a decision, walking away from something or towards something new. And now this card is specifically saying you don't have to make the decision. This is the third week. You don't have to make it right at this moment. Maybe you're still thinking. Maybe you put in your notice and you're thinking about it still. Or maybe you've decided you're going to give it until Christmas with a relationship and you're taking your time. Okay, so the Temperance card often comes up when we don't need to rush into a decision. Okay, and that's the third week of October. The fourth week we have the Nine of Wands, and Wands is all about building your life, building your future, nurturing it. She's at the Nine of Wands, which is she's almost at the end. She's almost at the pentacle of building what she wants. Maybe that's why you're deciding to leave. Maybe there's no more growth in the job that you're at this time. Maybe there's no more growth in the relationship and you feel stifled. Okay, maybe you're almost getting to the end, but she looks very peaceful and calm, doesn't she? She doesn't look at all upset. Maybe she's at this fork in the road. She's already made the decision where she wants to go, or he, and what direction they want to take. Very calmly standing behind this fence. Look how shabbily it's put together, though. She can walk through that or step over it at any time when she's ready. Right now, she's thinking again, thinking. Temperance, not making a decision, right? So the third and fourth week are all about that. Standing still and thinking through your options and what you've got. Remember, this is all the energy around you for the month of October, but you have free will to make that decision. The final card is the Six of Pentacles, right? Keeping all your balls juggling in the air. The Pentacles is always about abundance. It could be about abundance of finance, about abundance of health, wealth, love, destiny. Maybe you have plenty to be thankful for. And maybe in the final week, you're finally making a decision to make the move. Six is often a travel card. It's often a card of movement. So maybe you're moving. You're finally moving in one direction that you've been thinking about for all these weeks, that you knew you had to nurture. You knew you had to walk away from something or towards something and make a decision. And this Six of Pentacles in the final week may be the time that you're doing that. Okay, so it's a really nice reading. I get that it could be either romance or it could be either career. If it's about romance, it's sitting down and having that heart-to-heart. And do we fit together? Do we mesh? Is there room for us to grow? Let's think on it for a week or two. Okay, once you've thought on it, let's make a decision. Okay, let's have this grow. Maybe there's not enough growth and I need to move forward. Or maybe there's not enough growth for you and you need to move forward. But I feel like it's a peaceful decision. I don't feel any anger or resentment or that anybody has any misgivings about the adventure, about the decision that they have to make. Okay? And remember, this card is still here along the way. You've got decisions to make. You've got conversations to have. You've got people to talk to. This is also a card about taking care of you. So remember to set aside that time to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, pick up a new hobby that you really enjoy, do something that's fun for you. This isn't just about everybody else, even though most of the cards are that way, and that's how you tend to be, Leo, is a person that takes care of everyone else. But this is also about taking care of you, okay? Lovely reading. Now we're going to do a little bit of Reiki. Heal up those chakras, get you ready for the month ahead. Today's the first and the big full moon, so it's manifesting, letting go of what no longer serves you, and manifesting and bringing in the things that you want to bring in that will serve you, that are good. Okay, so let's get started with a little bit of Reiki here. Give you a little bit of healing. Doesn't want to let me go there. Here we go. Keeps kicking me out. Maybe you've got it all together. Maybe you don't need to do any healing. Well, I'm going to give you 5 minutes anyway, and then you can decide if you want to stay and listen. If you've enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, share, Now with this healing, I want you to picture yourself surrounded by white light energy, right? White light, bringing it in through your crown chakra. And as you bring it in, we're going to picture it filling all your auricles, filling all your arms, your legs, your whole body. It's very peaceful energy. It's going to heal all your chakras. It's going to strengthen your immune system. Here we go. Relax and enjoy. Relax and enjoy. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I hope you enjoy your reading. Please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Write any comments below if you'd like to see anything added to the channel. And I will see you for your daily readings as well as the live readings if you hit the notification bell. and you can go below to set up for a reading of your own, a private reading. Have a wonderful month, Leo.